What if I told you that by August 2025, you might walk into your local grocery store and see empty shelves where rice used to be? This isn't fear-mongering. It's already happening in some places. Right now, as we speak, over 345 million people across 79 nations are facing serious food shortages, and the United Nations is warning that staple crops like cereal and corn will start running out next year. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 11 essential grocery items you need to start stockpiling right now before food prices jump another 5% and staple crops start running out. I'll show you exactly what to buy, how much you need, and the smartest ways to store everything for maximum shelf life. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to protect your family and your wallet from what's coming. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make smart food choices for your family's future. If this information saves you money or gives you peace of mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more food security insights. Let's dive right in. We're facing what I call the perfect storm hitting our food system, and it's creating a crisis that most people don't even see coming. Food prices are set to jump another 5% this year alone, and that's on top of the increases we've already seen. But here's what's really concerning. This isn't just about higher prices at the checkout counter. The United Nations has issued warnings that staple crops like cereal and corn will start running out next year. Think about that for a moment. These aren't luxury items we're talking about. These are the basic building blocks of our food supply. When 345 million people across 79 nations are already facing serious food shortages, you know we're dealing with something much bigger than a temporary hiccup. So what's causing this perfect storm? It's actually three major threats hitting us all at once. First, we have ongoing droughts hammering major food producers around the world. These aren't just affecting small farming communities. We're talking about massive agricultural regions that feed millions of people. Second, supply chains are still reeling from recent disruptions, and they're more fragile than most people realize. And third, new tariffs are threatening to make imported food even more expensive, just when we need affordable options the most. Here's what you need to understand about your local grocery store. It operates on what's called a just-in-time inventory system. That means they keep minimal stock on hand and rely on constant deliveries to keep shelves full. This system works great when everything runs smoothly, but when disruptions hit, those shelves empty fast. And here's the scary part. This empty shelves scenario isn't some hypothetical future problem. It's already playing out in some regions right now. The question isn't if shortages will hit your area, it's when. And that's exactly why relying on your local grocery store to always have what you need has become a risky bet. Smart families are already taking action to protect themselves, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Now let me walk you through the 11 essential grocery items you should be grabbing before summer ends. These aren't random picks. Each one serves a specific purpose in creating a resilient food stockpile that can carry you through tough times. Let's start with rice, which I call the silent lifesaver. Rice is the backbone of food security for half the planet, yet it's often completely overlooked by people building emergency supplies. Global rice supplies are under serious pressure right now, and when shortages hit, prices will skyrocket faster than you can imagine. Here's why rice should be at the top of your list. White rice, when stored properly, can last up to 30 years. That's not a typo. 30 years. One adult needs about 300 pounds of rice per year for basic survival. That sounds like a lot, but it breaks down to about 6 50-pound bags, which is totally manageable if you buy a little at a time. For less than $25, you can secure months of food. Buy 20-pound bags of regular long-grain white rice and store them in a cool, dry place in airtight containers. Next up are dried beans and lentils, your protein powerhouses. When meat becomes a luxury, and trust me, with current price trends, it's heading that way, beans and lentils step up to fill the gap. Navy SEALs and astronauts rely on them for protein when options are limited. Here's the magic. Combine beans with rice, and you get all the essential amino acids your body needs for complete protein. These little nutritional powerhouses have a shelf life of 10 to 20 years if stored properly. A 25-pound bag of pinto beans costs about $30 and can feed a family of 4 for a month. The key is buying in bulk and storing them in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, then rotating your stock to keep everything fresh. Now let's talk about your protein insurance policy. Canned meats. Fresh meat supplies are declining, and prices are rising at an alarming rate. Canned meats are shelf-stable, already cooked, and can be eaten straight from the can if needed. They last for years, come in incredible variety: chicken, beef, tuna, salmon, even Spam. And here's an interesting fact. The canned meat market is projected to grow by 5.7% in just 1 year. That tells you something about where smart money is going. Buy a mix of canned meats, store them in a cool, dry place, and rotate your stock to keep it fresh. Wheat flour is the foundation of your pantry. It's in everything: bread, pasta, pancakes, cookies, and countless other foods we eat daily. With Russia and Ukraine producing a fifth of the world's cereal grain, disruptions there mean shortages everywhere. Hard grains can last 10 to 12 years if stored properly, and flour is incredibly versatile for countless recipes. Here's what should concern you. A 5-pound bag that costs $3 today could jump to $15 in a crisis. Buy 25 to 50 pounds of all-purpose flour and store it in airtight containers with bay leaves to deter bugs. For maximum control, consider buying wheat berries in a grain mill. Salt might seem basic, but it's actually the ultimate survival tool. It's not just for flavor, it's essential for hydration, food preservation, and overall health. Here's something interesting. The largest salt mine in America shipped more in the first part of this winter than all of last year, and shortages are already hitting some regions. Salt never spoils. It's used to cure meats and fish-making food, lasts through lean seasons, and it's essential for electrolyte balance and hydration. Buy large containers of iodized salt and store in a dry place. No need for fancy varieties. Regular table salt is perfect. Vegetable oils represent what I call the hidden crisis. Cooking oil prices are incredibly volatile, and major producers like Canada and South America are facing crop failures. Oil isn't just for frying. It's essential for baking, sautéing, and making dressings. These oils have a shelf life of 2 to 3 years if stored properly. They're used in countless recipes, and you should expect higher prices and shortages soon. Buy several bottles of your preferred oil, canola, vegetable, olive, and store them in a cool, dark place. During crises, fresh produce disappears from stores quickly. That's where canned vegetables become crucial. They're shelf-stable, nutritious, and ready to eat straight from the can. With a shelf life of 2 to 5 years, they provide essential vitamins and antioxidants your body needs. The convenience factor is huge. They're already cooked and ready to go. Buy a variety: green beans, corn, carrots, spinach, mixed vegetables. Opt for no added salt versions when possible. For families with children, powdered milk is absolutely essential. Milk shortages are common during supply disruptions, and powdered milk becomes a lifesaver. It has a shelf life of 1 to 2 years, sometimes longer. It's high in calcium and vitamin D, and it's incredibly versatile. Use it in baking, making yogurt, or adding protein to recipes. Buy large containers, store in a cool, dry place, and rotate your stock annually. Sugar and honey aren't just sweeteners. They're vital for energy and food preservation. With India and Brazil facing production issues, shortages are likely coming soon. Honey never goes bad, and sugar lasts indefinitely if kept dry. Both are used to make jams, cure meats, and preserve fruits. Plus, they provide quick fuel during stressful times. Buy bulk sugar and honey and store them in airtight containers. This might surprise you, but coffee and tea are more than luxuries. They're facing global shortages and price spikes right now. Beyond the caffeine, they provide comfort through familiar rituals that help maintain sanity during crises. They have high barter value in emergencies, and instant coffee and loose tea last for years. Buy both regular and instant varieties and store in airtight containers. Finally, energy bars and nuts are your portable powerhouses. They're concentrated, sources of calories, protein, and healthy fats. They don't require refrigeration and are perfect for emergencies. Nuts last 6 months or more. Energy bars last even longer. They're easy to grab and go, and they keep you fueled and alert. Buy variety packs to avoid flavor fatigue and store in cool, dry places. Now, having the right food is only half the battle. Storing it properly is absolutely crucial. The gold standard for dry goods is Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, sealed in food-grade buckets. This setup blocks light and moisture, prevents spoilage, and keeps pests out. Here are the key principles for effective storage. First, rotation is everything. Use what you store and store what you use. Label everything with dates and keep older items in front. Second, think about space management. Go vertical. Stack buckets in closets, under beds, or in basements. Third, keep a simple inventory list on your phone to track what you have and what you need. Don't try to buy everything at once. That's a recipe for blowing your budget and getting overwhelmed. Instead, pick 2 or 3 items from this list each week. Start with basics like rice and canned meat, then add more as you go. In just a few weeks, you'll have a solid foundation that can carry you through tough times. Here are my pro tips. Start small and focus on the most versatile and essential items first. Rotate regularly by using older stock and replacing it with new purchases. Stay organized by keeping your storage area tidy and your inventory up to date. With ongoing tariff threats, supply chain issues, and climate disruptions, food security is no longer just a concern for preppers. It's a practical, necessary step for anyone who wants to protect their family and their finances. The items I've shared with you today aren't just emergency rations. They're insurance policies against uncertainty. Why should you act now? Because prices are rising every week you wait. Availability is shrinking with shortages already happening in some regions. And having a stockpile gives you incredible peace of mind when disruptions hit. The world is changing fast, and food security is at the heart of it. By stockpiling these 11 essential grocery items, you're not just preparing for emergencies, you're investing in your family's future. Start small, stay consistent, and remember, preparedness isn't about panic, it's about smart, steady action. Whether you start with rice and beans or begin building a FE stockpile, every step you take now will pay off when times get tough. Remember, preparedness isn't about panic, it's about smart, steady action. Start with just 2 items from this list this week, and you'll already be ahead of 95% of people when the next shortage hits. If this video helped you understand what's coming and how to prepare, hit that like button and subscribe to Food Decider for more insights on protecting your family's food security. And let me know in the comments which items you're planning to stockpile first. Stay prepared, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video.